What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we're down here, honey. I was down here talking about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls tragic trip, um, but the thing stopped recording at some point, and I have no clue when it stopped recording. Um, and I really don't feel like repeating myself with the things that I was saying. I hate to repeat myself, but I will say this. Um, Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stopped by. Let's just talk about the episode. Maybe now that I've got out the things that I wanted to say about Gizelle and Porsha, that this can be a more calm um, review, because I was utterly disgusted by Gizelle's behavior. What's new, right? Um, and Porsha, of course, she's the dumpster juice, anyways. Um, yeah. So, what do you expect? This last episode just really just solidified that Gizelle is a bitter, miserable, trash person. I don't understand how anyone at Bravo, any executive at Bravo who thinks that that bitch is good for TV. She's disgusting. I don't even think her be I, she's an agent. She's an agent of chaos. She's an agent of confusion. And I don't know who told her that that's entertaining. It's not. This is supposed to be a trip to Thailand, like a beautiful place, a beautiful spiritual place. And you bring this chaos and confusion with demanding that people's rooms be searched for $150 bottle of tequila. Demanding rooms get searched. And then Porsha, I'm so glad that Candace let you know that you're not this fun, sassy, fun girl that everybody, oh, she's just so fun, sassy, dingbat, No, you're very intentional. You're another trash person. You're very intentional in the way that you move. And then you act like, oh, that's what Leah said. You can't be dumb and smart at the same time. Choose one. Choose one. Choose one. So the two main things of this episode was Porsha posted a cast shot and didn't tag Leah and Candace. So somebody sends it to Leah. Leah tells Heather and Candace, she posted a picture. She didn't tag us. Candace says she knows what she's doing, and I can predict what she's gonna say when we bring it up. She's gonna say, "You want my followers? It's my social media." She said Porsha is a petty, toxic bitch. That's what she is. She is. And Candace says, "You want problems by doing something like that, so I'm gonna give you some problems." And then, of course, when Candace confronts Porsha about it, she says the exact words that came out of Candace's mouth. "You want my followers, and it's my social media. I can do whatever I want with my social media." Leah says, we already talked about how social media can be a beast and how people can get violent and disgusting on social media as they do. And you not tagging us is just a way to open a door to that. And you know exactly Porsha knew exactly what she was doing. So you want problems? I'm going to give you some problems. That's what Candace said. I'm going to play right into your game. You want to be passive aggressive? I'm going to meet you with sheer aggression, bitch. And then, of course, Porsha was like, "It's my social media. I can do what I want. Why are you acting like that? Why are you acting like that? Are you hurt that I didn't tag you? Are you hurt? Why are you so worried about what I do? It's my social media." She did it on purpose. She said, they said, at Gizelle's party, where Gizelle was playing another agent of confusion game reasonably shady, where people ended up in arguments. Nothing that Gizelle contributes ends up with people leaving feeling good. Nothing. Nothing she does leaves people feeling great. If they leave in frustration, they leave in confusion, they leave upset, they leave mad. She does it. And it's like, who has told Gizelle Bryant that her behavior is entertaining? I want to know what executive at Bravo is responsible and allowing this woman, this old ass woman, to behave like this continuously. No one walks around creating chaos intentionally. Nobody does that. Gizelle is the only one who does that. You're doing this intentionally, and you think it's entertaining. Now you know why people don't like Candace. They talked about how loud Candace talks, right? At one point, Marisol says that she sounds like she has a microphone in her throat because she talks so loud. You know, I attribute that to her, one, being small, and then I feel like people feel like they can pick on Candace. I really do. I really do feel like people think they can pick on her because she is vocal and she's not going to back down. And you want to bring her back down to size, you know? I think that's a part of it. And I think part of it also comes from the way that she was raised, having a mother like that and feeling like you don't have a voice. So I'm going to speak loudly and you're going to hear what I'm going to say. I feel like that's where Candace talks loud from. I really do. They go shopping in Phuket. Leah ends up collapsing because she's hot. Porsha thinks she's just trying to get attention. You know, that's why I called her Poor Leah. Because in the previous episode, where it was nothing but stupid games that created confusion, created bad feelings and bad emotions, it's like, how do you get off on that? And I'm so glad that Candace told Gizelle that she was a miserable bitch. You are a bitter, miserable bitch. Because that's how you move. You don't move like somebody who wants people to leave them happy. People leave you and they're upset and they're frustrated. People don't leave you happy because you don't bring that. You don't even bring that energy to the space. She's disgusting. I was on Twitter yesterday. I was so mad. And then to the point where they made the concierge cry. Gizelle and her antics, how demanding she was of the production. You hear me? She tells the production, you hear me? I want Candace's room searched. She blames Heather. She blames Marisol. She blames Candace for stealing the bottle of tequila. Candace says, I didn't steal no bottle. I don't have to steal. I don't have to steal. How do you blame someone? How do you go on a vacation and then blame the people that you're on a vacation with for stealing? And then you're making the concierge, you're making Pepsi nervous because at the end of the day, you know that the staff is going to be blamed for it. These people have jobs to keep. These people work. And you're blaming somebody from stealing. And I don't know if you're doing it for entertainment, but I'm glad that that girl looked in the camera and said, that bottle is in Gizelle's room. While you want to search everybody else's room, let's search your motherfucking room, bitch. Let's search your goddamn room. Gizelle is so disgusting. And I'm telling you, this episode of Girls Trip just solidified for me that I will not be participating in the trash that is Potomac. I will not be participating in that trash ass, disgusting ass show. I will not. I will not. They end up going to a dispensary, Whitney, Heather, and Candace. And then you hear Gizelle saying, yeah, she needs some weed. She needs to calm down. You guys are aggravating people. You're aggravating people. You're agitating people. You're being antagonistic. And then you turn around and tell them they need to calm down. It's the gaslighting for me. That's what everybody said, they're bullying, but they're being antagonistic. And then when you respond to their antagonism, then they turn around and be like, why are you acting like that? It's gaslighting 101. Then Porsha, they sitting at the table after Leah collapses. They end up taking Leah back to the villa. Porsha thinks Leah's just doing it to get attention. They're sitting down at lunch. Then Gizelle brings up the missing tequila bottle. She blames everybody. I want to search everybody's room. And then Porsha goes, well, everybody, whoever took the bottle just needs to admit that they took it. Candace is looking like, girl, this is Gizelle up to her old tricks. You don't have nothing I want. All you have is long necks and stovepipe legs. I don't want nothing from you, Gizelle. That's what Candace said. And Candace also said, my husband has a relationship with every alcohol vendor from this side of the Mississippi to this side of the Mississippi. I don't have to steal. If I wanted 100 bottles of Casa Azul, I can have that. I don't have to steal nothing from you. You broke bitch. You over here accusing everybody for stealing from you. So then Candace brings up the IG post. She tells Porsha, you posted a picture of the cash shot. You didn't tag me and Leah. What is it with you and Leah? I don't like her. She was like, well, you guys have beef? And she was like, no, I just don't like her. She's not my vibe. And that's my IG. I can post what I want and I can tag who I want. I don't have to tag her. I don't even know her, but she tags everybody else. And then Candace says, Porsha, you're so predictable. We knew you would say that. We knew you would say, it's my IG. You want my followers. That's exactly, I'm so glad Candace said what she was going to say. You're such a predictable dunce. Get some new material. She says, well, I don't care. She says, well, you didn't, she was like, well, you didn't tag me either. What's wrong? I don't have to tag you. I don't care. I don't care. That's what Porsha kept saying. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She was like, it's cyberbullying. And they were like, oh my God, Candace, it is not cyberbullying. She was like, yes, it is, because they did talk about how social media responds. Porsha knew what she was doing when she didn't tag Candace and Leah. She knew exactly what she was doing. And then when somebody addresses you about it, now all of a sudden it's, oh, I can do what I want. I can do what I want. No, say what it actually is. I don't like you bitches. Tell Candace you don't like her. The same way you said you don't like Leah. She says you're passive aggressive and you're petty. You're not this fun, sassy ditz, dingbat, dumb bitch that everybody thinks you are. Oh, I'm just this lighthearted girl who just likes to have fun. Princess of Thoughtlandia. You're a petty, vindictive, vile bitch. That's who you are. Now then Porsha turns around and questions Candace. How come every time I say something to you, you go from 0 to 100? I'm not used to someone who cannot have a normal conversation. You're a lie. You're used to being able to just roll into fighting. You resort to fighting because you don't have normal conversations, Porsha. I was like, how do y'all like Porsha? How do y'all go up for that dingbat? Ugh. And then she goes, you just want my followers. And then that's when Candace says, you're predictable. You're not fun and sweet. You're a bully. And then Porsha goes, have you ate today? Somebody get PJ some food. Do you need some Pedialyte, PJ? Here's PJ. PJ, she's referring to Candace. Here's PJ. PJ's in Thailand. And Candace was just looking at her like, girl, you guys are trash. And then when they get on the bus, Candace looks in the camera, looks directly into the camera and says, that bottle is in Gizelle's room. Heather is talking shit in the van. Heather says she wanted to Teresa Giudice the table at Gizelle. And she recognizes Gizelle as the alpha. She says, yeah, you can be the alpha. You can say what you want to say. I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to stay silent. but I'm still going to win at the end of the day. And then Whitney goes, well, why do you always talk shit in the vans? What are you going to talk shit? Because at first, when they were sitting at the table, Heather was trying to talk and Gizelle goes, can I finish? And she was like, well, I was just contributing to the conversation. And she was just like, whatever. And then watch Heather if you go back and if you have the stomach enough to go back and watch it. Heather was just looking at Gizelle. She was just looking at her like, this lady is crazy. Porsha says, Candace wants something with me. She wants something with me. She wants a moment with me. You didn't tag her, bitch. So what did you think that was going to do? Create a moment. You created the moment, and then you turn around and say, Candace wants a moment with you? Girl, you're trash. Like, I'm telling you, that is a trash ass human. When I tell you, if you go back and look at my Twitter, I'll read y'all what I was saying on Twitter. Back at the house, Leah and Candace, Leah is there because, they took her home because she ended up collapsing because she was really, really hot. Candace goes, I don't know what it is with Porsha, but Porsha has some issue with you. She was like, I don't even know her. And then Leah goes, it's not my responsibility to get Porsha to like me. I don't care if she likes me or not. She said, she was like, well, she said she didn't like you. She probably said, fuck her. I'm not sure, but I'm not really sure what she said. But she it's very middle school, it's very petty, and she says, well, she did it intentionally. She did do it intentionally, and that's the gaslighting part. You do something intentionally, somebody confronts you, and then you act like, why are you confronting me? Why are you saying something to me? I could do what I want to. So this is when Gizelle is demanding from the producers, somebody needs to check Candace's room, because Candace was the only one that told Gizelle, you can't check my room. You can't check my room. Well, she for sure has it. She for sure has it. She has it. She has it. She's the number one suspect. She has it. She says, Whitney says, I don't think it's anything about finding a bottle. I feel like it's about proving Candace wrong. She was like, Gizelle is acting like somebody took her firstborn. It's in her suitcase. It's in her suitcase for sure. And then she tells the producers to check the room. Well, Candace doesn't want me to check her room, so y'all need to check the room. Y'all hear me? You hear me? This is what she's demanding. Like, she's very adamant, very demanding. Like, she broke the fourth wall. One of the executive producers, Darren, two of the executive producers, I don't remember the other guy. I think his name was EJ or something like that. They're walking around with Gizelle, and they were like, she's not checking my room. She's not checking my room. Gizelle ends up coming there. She was like, that's just typical Candace. This is Gizelle. This is typical Candace. Making stuff up. That's you. Stirring the pot. That's you again. And stealing things. Now, we don't know if you're a thief, bitch, but I wouldn't put it past you, because you're a liar. And thief is not too far from lying. So Gizelle just barges into Leah's room. She goes, oh, I was coming to see if you were okay, but I was on my way to Candace's room. Candace says, you on your way to my room for what? Because I want to see if you have the bottle in your room. She's like, you're not checking my room. So then Gizelle goes back out to the producers. You need to check her room. We need to search her room. I need somebody to look in her suitcases too. This is what Gizelle is doing on this trip. She's an agent of chaos and confusion. No one ever leaves your miserable bitch ass happy. They leave you upset. I know your girls can't wait to leave for college. I know they can't. I know they can't wait to get away from you. I couldn't believe it. Let me read you some of the tweets. They made the concierge cry. He said, I don't like them having these rude conversations. I don't like them having these rude conversations. And he's crying. He's literally crying. I'll read you what I said. And then y'all about to let Gizelle get away with saying the F word on her podcast, talking about she was just reading. If it was a white woman reading and she said nigger, would she just be reading too? Would she be able to get away with it? If Ramona Singer was just reading something and was like, oh, they called him a nigger, would you let her get away with it? Y'all be letting Gizelle get away with it. And like I said, whoever is an executive at Bravo who is allowing Gizelle to get away with her vile, disgusting behavior, and you think that that's entertainment, you guys are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. I said I wouldn't call what they're doing bullying. It's definitely antagonistic and then switching to gaslighting. If I was Candace, I would have told Porsha and Gizelle to go fuck themselves. I would have gotten so disgusting with my mouth with those bitches. Candace she didn't do right. I would have told Gizelle, girl, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go find that bottle in your room and fuck yourself with it, bitch. That's what I would have told her. I said, I'm not participating in season 8 of Potomac. Gizelle is pure trash. Her antics aren't entertaining. I don't know who thinks she's good for TV. That bitch is trash. That's what I said. Gizelle and her pug, Porsha, have really poisoned this vacation. Whitney clocked it. It's not about finding a tequila bottle. It's about embarrassing Candace. This is what Bees184 said on Twitter. They got Pepsi crying and shit. The fucking executive producer breaking the fourth wall. Gizelle is a disgusting piece of shit. Gizelle and Porsha are two musty ass bitches. The problem with screaming theft on a vacation is that at the end of the day, it's the employees who will end up being blamed. Gizelle needs to cut this shit out. They broke Pepsi, knowing goddamn well that bottle is in her fucking room. You want to check everybody else's room? Let's check your fucking room, bitch. This then Candace said, are Jamal Bryant's alimony checks not clearing fast enough? I don't want nothing from you. You have nothing to offer but a long neck and stovepipe legs. We don't want those things. Then the Goof Troop president, this is what I said. Goof Troop president, Porsha, knew that not tagging Leah and Candace would start some mess. Then wants to turn around and act like Candace is pressed. You did it for a reaction, and now you don't like the reaction that you're getting. And like they literally, the man that's running around, the concierge that's helping them, he was crying at the end of the episode. Like literally crying. You've come to this beautiful villa. You've come to this beautiful place, Thailand. And you're causing chaos and confusion. And you think that it's entertaining. You're sick, woman. You're a sick person. And then y'all really about to let her get away with saying the F word. She does what y'all allow her to do. The way Gizelle is performing over this bottle of tequila is weird. I'm glad Candace looked directly into the camera on the bus and said, that bottle is in Gizelle's room. I'm done. I'm done. There will be no way that I will support anything. I almost like last night I was like, I don't even want to review the rest of this vacation. And that's why I posted on my page, on the community page, look at the difference between the vacation from the first season. The second season was a mess because they did that intentionally, having that vacation at Bluestone Manor, knowing how wound up Dorinda it would be. She would not be able to relax. So they knew that would create conflict. They knew that. But this season, Porsha and Gizelle have really poisoned. They poisoned it. They have. And I'm so glad that Candace predicted what Porsha would say. And she said, Porsha, you're so predictable. We knew exactly what you would say. It's disgusting. Anyways, y'all, that's all I have to say about the episode. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.